Well, a huge political controversy has broken out. The opposition, the Congress, has alleged that Arvind Kejriwal, the convener of the Aam Aadmi Party and Delhi Chief Minister, was running the Punjab show through a remote control. Mr. Warring, the PCC newly inducted PCC chief, he has tweeted. So has the former PCC chief Navjot Singh Sidhu, alleging that Punjab officers are being summoned by Mr. Kejriwal to Delhi, thereby alleging that he was running the show in Punjab and not Mr. Bhagwant Mann, the Chief Minister. Joining me is my senior colleague Ruchika Khanna. Ruchika, first tell us what is the government defense on this? What are they saying?
See, officially there is no word from the government, but Mr. Bhagwant Mann has been very categorical in saying that he is willing to take ideas from anywhere. So there are certain things regarding good governance which Aam Aadmi Party has done in Delhi. So those models are being emulated here in Punjab. And the government has been very clear that, from wherever we get good ideas, we're going to go there, see what those ideas are and see how they can be implemented in Punjab.
And what is this meeting about? Mr. Bhagwant Mann is in Delhi. First, take us through what is the engagement of Mr. Bhagwant Mann in Delhi today?
Yeah. So Mr. Mann has just called on, a few minutes back, he's called on the President of India. After that, he's also supposed to call on the Vice President. And at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, our sources tell us that there's going to be a meeting between the AAP national convener, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, and Mr. Bhagwant Mann. So from what I hear, a lot of ideas are going to be thrown, between the two sides with regards to the implementation of the first guarantee that Aam Aadmi Party had given to the people of Punjab. This was regarding 300 units of free power. So that is the first thing that the party is looking at, implementing immediately.
But Ruchika, as you have been mentioning in your stories, the power outages issues, the coal becoming costly, what is the government doing on this? Will this deliberation meetings also focus on that issue? Because you have been mentioning that there have been the serious power crisis because of the coal shortage. Is that issue going to be taken up?
No, not in this meeting with Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. Last week, the State Power Minister, Harbhajan Singh, had gone and met the coal minister in Delhi and requested him to ensure that, there's more coal allocation for Punjab. The problem is that across India, we're facing a severe crisis with regards to the coal supply. Also, Punjab has not been able to operationalize its own captive coal mine, which is in Pachwara. So the government will have no choice but to operationalize this coal mine as soon as possible before the paddy season begins, so that these outages are not do not triple normal functioning. Yeah.
So Ruchika, I'll go back to these allegations from the Congress leaders. They are claiming that the officers from Punjab are being summoned by Mr. Kejriwal. You've been talking to the government sources. I mean, what is the reaction of the government to this? If not officially, unofficially, what are they saying?
No, I mean, nobody is willing to admit that they're going to Delhi, or they're talking to people in Delhi.
Right.
But yes, there is, the policy formulation is happening in Delhi from what we hear from our sources. There are certain people who are specialists in field. For example, there's certain specialists who are in excise and taxation. There's certain specialists with regards to power. So these are the people, and finances. So these are the people who are definitely helping out the Punjab government.
And also, the election campaign of the Aam Aadmi Party has been on the lines of Kejriwal model of governance. So I assume, they're trying to pick up these tidbits from the Kejriwal governance, which the opposition is now saying is like these dictating terms. So what does the government say on that?
See, I mean, let's not talk about what the government is saying,
Right.
but as long as people are happy with what is happening,
Right.
and as long as people are getting the services, I don't think there should be a problem. And who's calling the shots, though I do not agree that the shots are being called in Delhi,
Right.
but it should not be a problem.
Right.
If it's been decided that there's going to be doorstep delivery of rations, under the NFSA scheme, then what is, there's nothing wrong in it. I mean, it's a facility that a lot of people will get. I mean, we know that, when the rations are to be delivered, people have to queue up for hours, just to wait for that free ration.
right.
So if the government is willing to do it, I mean, why not?
Also, Ruchika, The AAP seems to have hit back at the Congress, citing Sidhu Moosewala's latest album. He's taking dig at what the Aam Aadmi Party says as Punjabis. What is the core of this controversy? What is it? What does this video say?
Yeah. So last night, Sidhu Moosewala released a video. It's called Scapegoat.
Right.
So the lyrics, typically say that who has been a gaddar.
Okay.
Gaddari kine kiti hai. These are, the lyrics. So he's referring to, without naming the Aam Aadmi Party, he's saying that, a lot of people tell me that you lost elections because because of your party. So he says that, no, it's not because of the party. It is because, लोका ने गद्दारी की थी. So and he also talks about making a very oblique reference to Aam Aadmi Party. He says that there have been instances where the farmers have been betrayed. There have been instances where Bibi Khalida has been betrayed, Jaswant Singh Khalda's wife.
Right.
So he's made those references, which is obviously a reference to Aam Aadmi Party.
And what are the Aam Aadmi Party leaders saying? I believe they have tweeted also.
Yeah, a lot of leaders, ministers, they've started tweeting on this, and they have been defending themselves, and they've actually questioned Sidhu Moosewala and saying that he should stop being a crybaby after he's lost the polls.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ruchika, for those details. So clearly, as we mentioned, the controversy never ceased to exist, particularly in Punjab. The elections are over, but now another controversy that has broken, as we were discussing just a while back. We'll keep on providing you all the latest updates, not just on these issues, but also other, be it sports, entertainment, or politics. You can also log on to our website, tribuneindia.com, and also on our other social media platform. Meanwhile, thanks for watching.